Hey family, so the word for today will be coming from Joshua 23 verses 34 through 39. And it reads, "And Abraham still rebuked Satan, and Satan went from them. And seeing he could not prevail over them, he hid himself from them, and he went and passed before them in the road, and he transformed himself into a large brook of water in the road. And Abraham and Isaac and his 2 young men reached that place, and they saw a brook large and powerful as the mighty waters. And they entered the brook and passed through it. And the waters at first reached their knees, and they went deeper in the brook, and the waters reached up to their necks. And they were all terrified on account of the water. And while they were going over the brook, Abraham recognized that place, and he knew that there was no water there before. And Abraham said to his son Isaac, I know this place, in which there was no brook, no water. Now therefore it is the Satan who does all this to us, to draw us aside this day from the commands of God. And Abraham rebuked him and said unto him, The Lord rebuke you, O Satan. Be gone from us, for we go by the command of God. And Satan was terrified at the voice of Abraham, and he went away from them, and the place again became dry land as it was at first. Okay, so the message for today is God said that obstacle that's in your life, okay, that obstacle that is blocking you from reaching your destination, okay, he said it's all in your mind. Okay, the devil sees that he cannot stop you, right? He sees that he cannot stop you from getting to your destination. So he is taking the form of an obstacle to try to delay you and discourage you from continuing your journey, okay? But God said it ain't real, okay? Just like how Abraham had to realize that it wasn't real, God said you need to realize that that obstacle is not real. It's just something you made up in your mind, okay? It is something the devil planted in your mind to bring fear so that you wouldn't continue to move forward, okay? But God said it's not real. As long as you following him and his commands, you don't have to fear anything, okay? Because he is going to have your back. He's going to take care of you. He's going to protect you, okay? And he's not going to allow any obstacle to get in your way of completing the task. God will move mountains for you so that you can reach your destination. Okay? So God said you need to take this time today, all right, and realize that thing that's bringing fear into your life, that you've been using as a crutch to keep you from moving on your journey, from finishing the task that you started on. It's not real. The devil made it up, and then he whispered it into your ear, right? He keeps whispering into your ear every day that lie, to the point that you started seeing something that wasn't even really there, that you started believing something that never even happened. It might not ever happen. But that's what the devil wants. He wants you to be so caught up in your fear that you forget that you was walking on a journey to go get your blessing. Because that's what Abraham and Isaac was doing. They was walking on a journey to go get their blessing. Right? They was heading to sacrifice Isaac. And if you read the book of Joshua, okay, you will realize that idea to sacrifice Isaac came from Isaac. He was bragging to his brother Ishmael, right? And he was like, whatever God would tell my dad to do, if he told my dad to sacrifice me, I would do it happily, right? And so God heard him and was like, okay, we'll see. See, that's one thing. You gotta be careful the words that you speak out your mouth, because God will hold you accountable, right? Because anything God says out his mouth, he gonna do it. So he expects you, whenever you say something, that you go do it as well, right? He wants you to keep your word, just like how we all want God to keep his word, right? So he was going to see, he was testing Isaac to see was he going to keep his word. God tests us, right? But he never tempts us, right? So he was testing Isaac. He was using Abraham to test Isaac on his word. Will he keep his word and happily be sacrificed? Even though God never intended on, Abraham sacrificing him. Right? So they was on this journey to see if they was going to pass this test. And once they passed this test, they was going to receive their blessing. And the devil knew that. So he had to create an obstacle to discourage them, to keep them from going forward, from reaching their destination, because he didn't want them to have that blessing. Right? See, right now you are going through a test. Right? God is testing you. Right? He's trying to see, are you going to keep to your word? Are you going to do as you said you're going to do? Are you going to stick to the plan that y'all came up with, you and God? Okay? And the devil knows that if you stick to that plan that you and God came together, and, really, it ain't even you, it's just God. God came up with the plan and you just got to implement it, right? It's not like y'all collectively came up with the plan. God already had the plan. You just got to follow through, right? So if you follow through with the plan that God came up with, if you keep to your word, right, at the end of the test, it's a blessing for you if you pass. And the devil knows that. So he's creating these obstacles to bring fear. Fear to keep you stagnant. Fear to keep you still. Fear to make you want to give up. Don't allow him to keep you from your blessing, because God said everything he's telling you is a lie. Everything obstacle he's trying to put in front of you isn't real. And you can overcome anything with God. And once you have that confidence, you will no longer have fear about anything. Abraham lost all fear once he realized that thing was fake. That water was not real. It ain't real. Stick to the plan. Keep moving forward. You got this. Have a great day.